Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. Importing our characters from Destiny 1 into Destiny 2 has been a hot topic of discussion ever since we learned that we will not be transferring over our hard-earned possession and progress. So of course that naturally led us to wonder how exactly Bungie will be honoring our accomplishments in the next game. And today it seems we're getting a little peek into some of the ways that will be happening. If that is a topic that interests you, stick around for all of the juicy info you'll need to know to guarantee yourself the ability to memorialize your Destiny 1 journey, including some super important dates that you'll want to be aware of. Without further ado, let's jump into it. We start with a very special note about some of the different ways that veteran players will be honored. In the latest This Week in Bungie blog, Community Manager Deej mentions that some of the ways in which we'll tip our hat to our legacy in Destiny 2, and some of the ways that you'll be able to show all young pups that you'd become legend long before they were ever reborn in the Cosmodrome, are best left for you to experience for yourself. Others are little touches that will fall snugly into the realm of you just had to be there. We're not going to spoil them for you right here and right now. So it's safe to say that there will be lots of little cheeky surprises for us to discover. On the other hand, they have shown us 7 other ways our progress will be remembered, and that is with 7 unique Destiny 2 emblems. The concept of emblems in Destiny 2 is largely unchanged, except now they will decorate your character's menu much more prominently. The artwork of the emblem you have equipped will be stretched across the entire length of the top menu area. Pretty cool looking indeed. So you can bet that the emblems we will be receiving will look pretty incredible, adorned above your Guardian. So what are these emblems and how can you secure them? Well, as I mentioned, there are 7 emblems in total, 2 of them attainable by those who have played since Year 1, 2 more emblems for those players who have picked up the Taken King and experienced Year 2, and 3 more still to be attained now, assuming you have gotten your hands on Rise of Iron. So let's break them down. The first 2 Destiny 2 emblems that we can get our hands on is Laurel Triumphant and Laura Prima 2. Laurel Triumphant is given to those who have completed at least one of the milestones in the first year's Moment of Triumph, and Laura Prima 2 is given to those who have completed all 10. This actually is pretty great news for those who missed out on Laura Prima for not completing all 10, but maybe managed to get a few of them completed. You'll be awarded with Laurel Triumphant. Moving on to the next 2 emblems, we have Slayer of Oryx and Heard the Call. These will be awarded to players who owned the Taken King during Year 2 and completed Moments of Triumph. Slayer of Oryx is given to those who have completed at least one of the moments, and then Heard the Call will be given to those who completed all 8. Now sadly, there's no way to go back and earn these first 4 emblems, but I suppose that's kind of the point. And if you started your Destiny journey with Rise of Iron, you are not going to miss out. There are 3 more emblems that are still attainable right now. We start with Young Wolf. This emblem will be awarded to those who owned Rise of Iron and reached rank 2 in the Age of Triumph record book. And then we have Saladin's Pride, which is given to those who reached rank 7. And then finally we have Lore Scholar, which is given to those who achieved a Grimoire score of over 5,000. So I have to say, this is a pretty incredible way for us to remember our Destiny 1 journey into Destiny 2. I have to say my favorite is probably Saladin's Pride, simply because you see all 4 raids in the background behind the menu. That is pretty epic, and it's probably going to be the one I use most often. Now of course this emblem does require a lot of work, as you have to attain rank 7 in the Age of Triumph record book, which is no small feat. I was lucky enough to reach rank 7, and luckily you don't have to finish the entire book. Either way, you have until August 1st for your progress to count towards achieving the emblems. That is also the cutoff for the Age of Triumph shirt, which also requires reaching rank 7. After August 1st, you can still reach rank 7 in the book, and of course continue to gather Grimoire points, but they will no longer count towards achieving the Destiny 2 emblems. So to help you achieve this in the month or so we have remaining, Bungie has provided us a handy dandy list of dates. So if you want to complete any of the Trials of Osiris milestones towards that rank 7, you can still play Trials of Osiris every weekend until August 1st. And then we have July 4th, marking the last Iron Banner that will count towards Age of Triumph, meaning that if you have yet to complete the rank 5 Iron Banner milestone, the week of Iron Banner starting July 4th will be your final opportunity, as will it be the final opportunity to complete King's Fall as the weekly featured raid. One of the Age of Triumph milestones is to simply complete King's Fall while it's featured, and this will be your last chance to do so before August 1st. And then we have the week of July 11th, which will get you the last Wrath of the Machine before August 1st. And then we have July 18th, the last Crota's End. And then also July 18th, we have the start of the Daybreak month, which means that Daybreak will be a featured modifier on every Nightfall for that month. They originally said it was going to be 6 weeks, but now it says a month, so it could be 4 to 5 weeks, we still don't know. And then of course the week of July 25th will be your final opportunity to complete Vaults of Glass as the featured raid for it to count towards ranking up for the Emblems. This also gives you another reminder that you have until August 1st to reach rank 7 and unlock the discounted offer to claim your Age of Triumph shirt. Moving on to a few perhaps somber notes as to how they're going to be wrapping up the Destiny 1 era, we have live game transitions. This section tells us all about when we can expect the final Iron Banner and the final Trials of Osiris. We start with August 1st, 2017, which will be the final week of Destiny 1 Iron Banner. Very, very sad. And then we have August 11th, which will be the final weekend for the Destiny 1 era Trials of Osiris. Of course, the game of Destiny 1 will continue past the launch of Destiny 2, but these live events will no longer continue. However, on a brighter note, we have a very interesting quote from the article, which states that this means that our 2 competitive endgame experiences will be going into hibernation before re-emerging to spread their beautiful wings in unexpected ways in Destiny 2. So it'll be really interesting to see what they mean by unexpected ways. Will it still be part of the Crucible? Will it be entirely new game modes? It all remains to be seen. Next we have the weekly featured activities, and they do assure us that those will remain in the lower left of your director, including the Crucible playlist, Story playlist, Strike playlist, and of course the featured raids. Those activities are not going anywhere, and they will presumably stay in the game until Destiny 1 goes offline, I guess. Next we have news on Xur, who will be remaining in Destiny 1 indefinitely. Contrary to many of the theories out there, Xur is not a curated experience, it is completely random, and so the live team does not have to maintain him. He will continue to show up in random locations as he does now. And then finally we have some, I guess, good news about the Destiny 1 console exclusives. If you will still care about them, the Destiny 1 Year 2 and Year 3 PlayStation exclusives will be available to Xbox owners starting October of 2017. I'm not even gonna go into more detail about that because it's pretty silly, so if you want to learn more, click the link in the description to go to the full article. And finally, in the article, they touch on preparations for Destiny 2, including their activation of the Destiny server queues. If you were around for the Rise of Iron launch, you know it went less than smoothly, so hopefully them turning on server queues will help things quite a bit. Of course, the Destiny server queues are designed to turn on when the population exceeds the capacity of the data centers. This will make it so that people can log on in a more orderly fashion, and it won't cause servers to crash like they were in Rise of Iron. This also means that once you make it inside the game, you don't have to be worried about being kicked out. This happened a lot during the first few hours of Rise of Iron. You would try to launch into an activity and it would simply kick you out of the entire game. So it's nice to know that Bungie is taking steps to make sure the Destiny 2 launch, which will be infinitely larger than the Rise of Iron launch, will go off, hopefully, without a hitch. Anyways, I'm very happy to have learned a little bit more about what we can expect in the Destiny 2 launch and how our progress will be carrying over into the next game. I'm also very anxious to find out what in-game surprises still await us. So what do you think about this first tangible way for us to honor our progress in Destiny 2? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Anyways, be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time. However, there is one area that is left seemingly incomplete, and that is the Crucible. You may have been following other content creators on YouTube and Twitch, venting their frustrations about certain changes or omissions, and in this case, I'm in agreement with a lot of those concerns. So what are those concerns and why is it such a problem? Well, let's start with the facts.